I do not need to be productive in order to be someone who is worthy of living. Hi folks, it's me Ariane. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I don't know why I'm waving. I haven't done this in a little bit, in a little while. I should introduce myself. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Ariane and this is my YouTube channel where I make art. Sometimes I do crafts and most of the time I cringe at myself, and I'm working on that. But yeah, I'm a French illustrator. I live in France and I created this YouTube channel as a way to motivate myself to create some more and to make space for what gives my soul a sense of purpose, a sense of identity, and as a way to seek community, seek support in my creative endeavors, and to maybe make you also feel like you're less alone if you're struggling with making space for your art, if you're struggling with I don't know, self-esteem, motivation, self-doubt, also maybe mental health. That's kind of all a part of what I want to create here. So I was really proud of my last video because it was a video where I really went above and beyond what I thought I was capable of doing in terms of art, not in terms of my energy especially, but also I was really at a point in my life where I was really tired, really exhausted. And as it turns out, a friend of mine actually commented on my video in a private message, and she said to me that I really said that I was tired a lot and that it was kind of disturbing. Maybe the word she used wasn't disturbing. She said that it was annoying, which I mean, it's her point of view, but it made me feel really bad. First of all, I was like, but I'm really tired. Why shouldn't I say that I'm really tired? And then, I don't know, I thought about it, we talked about it, it's all good. But it made me think about my relationship with productivity and how I relate to being tired, how it's portrayed in our society, how I want to be, how I want to present myself here on this YouTube channel. And I don't want to be exhausted all the time. I do not want to, and I know that I've got a day job, which means that I'm going to work 35 hours a week minimum, most of the weeks, and it means that I'll be tired because you might have added 2 and 2 together, but I'm neurodivergent, which means everything and anything. But to me, it means that I'm very sensitive. I'm very sensitive to auditory, visual, emotional stimuli. I'm very prone to being extremely exhausted in any kind of situation where I'm not home and either alone or surrounded by people who know and love me. And yeah, after a full work week, I'm usually down on my knees, and that's just because of how my brain is wired, and also capitalism, and also I am a highly sensitive person who needs lots of rest and lots of creative things in my life. And that's the tricky part. The tricky part is that I do not want my muggle job to be I do not want my muggle job to be the only thing in my life, right? And also sometimes being creative makes me feel like I got some rest, some emotional, spiritual rest, like I'm full again. But sometimes when I reach a point at which I'm too exhausted, the only thing that makes sense is being inactive, doing nothing, deep physical, sensory, everything rest and doing nothing. And I think that's what I tried to do last week, even though I was working a full week at my muggle job, but I tried to really do nothing, and that applied to when I come home from work. If I'm exhausted, it doesn't matter that I want to post something on Instagram and post something on YouTube so that my channel can grow, blah, blah, blah. I need to rest. I need to do nothing. I need to take care of my basic need, that is rest, getting some sleep, doing nothing, not having the weight on my shoulders of my performance as an artist, of, I don't know, performing my productivity for the whole world to see. I do not need to be productive in order to be someone who is worthy of living. I do not need to be exhausted and to be down on my knees and on the verge of collapsing in order to deserve some rest. And as a person who's been socialized as a woman, it is so deeply difficult for me to stop, because whenever I want to stop, I also want to, I don't know, pick up on what I've left on one of 1,000 things that I need to do, which is doing some administrative work, doing some work in the house, doing the laundry, doing the dishes, I have huge trouble sitting with myself and doing nothing and feeling like I am worthy of just being. And I know it's a privilege to be able to stop doing stuff and to rest. And I am privileged enough now, and I have, I guess, always been, that I can take moments of my week to rest. I do not have kids. I do not have anyone other than me who's my responsibility, but it's difficult. It is difficult, and I will not go into much more detail than that, but I wanted to have a wee chat about rest, productivity, neurodivergence, and whatnot. And if you're neurodivergent as well, do you feel like that also, that these days, and I'm going to sound so old when I say that, but these days, it kind of feels like neurodivergence has been co-opted by capitalism, and now if you're neurodivergent, you kind of have to be, I don't know, even more productive to perform your neurodivergence in a way that says, see, but it's my thing, it's now kind of my brand, and it shows that I'm worthy of being still in this society. I don't know, it feels super weird, and I guess I'm neurodivergent in a way that doesn't make me productive, doesn't make me smarter, doesn't make me more creative. I don't know, maybe it does make me more creative. I think we're all creative, and it just makes, it's not that fancy, it's not that romantic, it's not that sexy. My neurodivergence just makes it super difficult for me to navigate this world and still stay sane, healthy, still think about putting food in my belly while being at work, while thinking of all the 1,000 little things that I need to do, and also sleeping at night. It's tricky, but I'm stable. Do not be worried about me. I wouldn't be putting this out there if I wasn't feeling well. I just needed some rest, and I think we can all benefit from having a conversation about productivity and the pressure that I personally put on myself to be productive, but also maybe this applies to you somehow. This was a long chat. I'm sorry if you're not a very chatty person, but please do enjoy this video that I filmed randomly. It's very spontaneous. I like being spontaneous on this YouTube channel because what is this channel for if not for feeling spontaneous and filming spontaneous bits of my creativity? I do not want this to be very planned, very, I don't know, to plan stuff, execute them. I want spontaneity to be a huge part of this YouTube channel, and I do hope that you will like this. I have been thinking of painting this painting that I'm going to do in this video. I have been thinking of painting it for a long time. In April, I went to Giverny and I made a tiny bit of a video about it, but I guess I was really tired at this point too, and I couldn't be bothered to do something more at length. But in Giverny, which is Monet's house, in the city of Giverny, I bought a few postcards, and one of them is postcard of a painting called, I think it's called The Turkeys, and I'm looking this way because the painting is this way. I think it's called The Turkeys or something like this, Chateau de I don't know what, with turkeys, dindons, and it's beautiful. It's a painting of, I'm going to put it somewhere there. It's a painting of a beautiful lush garden with some turkeys roaming in it, and a sort of castle or big house in the background. It's beautiful. The colors are amazing. The composition is marvelous, and I just wanted to do a master study of it because first of all I want to work on my watercolor skills, and also I want to work on my composition skills and on my colors skills. I don't know. I want to work on my technique, and doing master studies is a good way of working on my technique. And I think it turned out that I also worked on my style a little bit, which is always good. I really hope you like it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing, but also, most of all, thank you for all the people who put really nice comments under my videos. It always feels amazing to read your comments, to reply to them. I always feel so grateful for the beautiful, beautiful people who come in my comments and say really nice things to me, or just really calm, chill comments that are interesting and full of love. Thank you, and let's get into it. Thanks. Love.
No.